Alright then, so now we've created this component for notifications and the template inside. Let's jump right over to our index file inside functions to create these cloud functions. Now there's going to be two functions that we need to create. We need to create a function which will react to a new project being created. That will create a notification. And we also need to make a function that will react to a new user joining. That will create a notification. So we'll do the first one in this video, project created, and we'll tackle the user joining in the next video. So I'm going to keep this here for reference. I'm going to delete this comment. Now, since we're going to be interacting with different services inside Firebase, like authentication and the Firestore, what we need to do is import the Firebase admin at the top. So let's say const admin and set that equal to require and then Firebase admin. Okay, so now we need to initialize the app, and to do that we say admin.initialize app, and inside we pass the functions.config.firebase. So we're just passing some configuration now to initialize app. This means that we're going to be able to use the admin SDK now to interact with different services like the authentication service and the Firestore service. So now we've done that, let's create our function. So we attach it to exports. We're going to call this project created. You can call it whatever you want. Now I'm going to set it equal to a type of function, much like this is set to a type of function. This one is https.onRequest. But this time we're going to say functions.firestore. Since this is to do with the Firestore, we're listening for when a project is created. .firestore dot document and then dot on create. Okay, so this takes a callback function with a document, and inside we can do something. Now in here, inside document, I'm just going to place projects and then / in curly braces project ID. Now then, let me just move this onto separate lines so we can see it a bit better. Let's scoot that in, and then this as well. So what we're doing is we're setting up a trigger for this function right here to run. Now, the trigger up here was on request, and it was a HTTP request, so that when we went in a browser to request that function, we got a response. Now, in this case, the trigger is something different. We're saying the trigger is to do with the Firestore, then we're saying .document, which is going to reference a specific document, and we need our closing curly brace right there. So in the projects collection, / then this thing right here, and then on create. So we're saying whenever a new project is created inside this collection, then we want to fire the callback function right here. And this callback function takes that document that was created, and we can do something with it. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to create a new notification now, and that notification is going to notify a user that a new project was added. So we can grab the data that was stored inside this document by saying doc.data. So let's say const project is equal to doc.data, like so. So we have the data inside, things like the title, who it's created by, the content, etc. Now I want to create a notification object. So this is just going to be a JavaScript object called notification. So inside here, what different properties does a notification need to have? Well, first of all, I want it to have a content property. So what is the notification about? Has someone joined, or has a new project been added? So let's do that, content, and then we'll say added a new project. Okay, so that's the content property. Then I also want a user property to say who initialized this notification, who created the project. So that will be the author first name, which will be attached to this thing right here, because remember, inside our Firestore, we have an author first name associated with each project. So I'm just going to use template syntax here, which is backticks. So they're just below the escape button on my keyboard, and this means we can output a variable now inside this string. And to do that, we can do $ and curly braces, and we want the project dot author first name, and we also want the last name, right? So now we can say as well, next to that, we want the project dot author last name as well. So all we're doing is grabbing those two variables and putting them in the same string. This would be the same as concatenating these two things in a string, right? It's just template syntax here. Okay then, so the third property I want is going to be the time property, and that is going to be the time of the notification. Now, to get this in Firebase functions, we can do something like this. admin.firestore.field.value.server time stamp. So it's going to get a timestamp from the server for us, and it's going to store whatever time this notification is created in this property right here. So that there is our notification object. Now we want to do something with this. What do we want to do? Well, I'd like to add this object as a document inside a notifications collection in our Firestore database. So what I'm going to do up here is just create a simple function. I could create it inside here, but we're going to reuse it later. So I'm creating it outside of this. And this function is going to be stored in a const, and it will be called create notification. Okay then, so this will be equal to an arrow function, and it's going to take inside the notification. And then inside the arrow function, we're going to do something with that. Now we want to return admin.firestore.collection, and then we want to go inside a notifications collection. We've not created that yet, but if one doesn't exist, Firebase will create that automatically for us. Then we want to add a new document to that. So let's say .add, and we want to add the notification that we receive inside this function. Let's move that onto the next line so we can see this a bit better. Okay, and then what we want to do is say .then, when this has finished, we want to take that doc and we're going to do something. We'll just say console.log notification added, and then we'll log the doc as well, like so. Okay, so this is the function that we want to call right here, create notification whenever something happens. So we have the notification that we want to create now inside this object. So now we can just call that. Down here we can say return create notification and pass in this notification right here. So it's going to take it inside this function. It's going to add that notification as a new document inside this collection inside our Firestore. Then it's going to log this to the console. And we have to return a value here because this function expects that, or some kind of response to end the function. So let's save that now and let's deploy it to Firebase. But just before I do deploy it, I've noticed here a typo. We want the collection that we put this notification into called notifications, plural. Okay, so now let's save that, and now let's deploy this. So I'm going to clear the console, then I'm going to make a deploy. So I'll say Firebase deploy. We only want to do the functions, so -- only, and then functions. Okay. Cool, so once that's done, we can start to trigger these functions. Now, unlike the hello world function here, where we needed a HTTPS request, this time a request is not going to initiate this function, it's not going to trigger it. This time the trigger is a new document being added to the project's collection. So let us first of all go to Firebase and go to functions, just to see if we have that function up here and it's successfully deployed. Yep, we do, and we can see the trigger is document.create inside the project's collection. So now let's create a project, and then we'll look at the logs to see if we have this function triggered. So if we go to new project, I'm going to call this testaroo and blah blah blah, if I can spell it correctly. Okay, create this. Then let's go over here and let's see if we go to the logs if this function right here was fired. So go to logs, and you might just have to wait a minute before this shows up in the logs. But when it does, it will look something like this right here. Okay, so we can see the notification added. This is what we logged to the console. So first of all, you can see this one, project created, function execution started. So that's when the function first fired, right? Then we get this logged to the console right here. So that is when this thing is reached. So when a notification has been added to the Firestore. So since that's been added now, and this is all run, if we go to the database, we should see a notifications collection. And inside that, we should see this document. We can see the content, we can see the time, and we can see who added that notification, who created the project. All right. So there we go. That's our first notification cloud function created. In the next video, I want to set up a different trigger that is going to listen for when someone signs up instead of someone adding a project. Then we'll create a notification for that. In the same notifications collection, it will just be a different type, right? The content will be different. So let's do that in the next video.